Hi everyone, I'm Vone Kevitz, knit and crochet designer for one-of-a-kind makers who dare to be original, and we have a super special, talented crocheter today. Hi Isty from Sweetpea Crochet. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Isty, and you can call me Isty. I'm from Indonesia, and right now it's midnight while Pony over there is still in the morning.
9 a.m. for me.
And my Instagram page is Hey Sweetpea Crochet. Actually, I still thinking about the name, the brand, so it's still changing a bit. It used to be Hey Sweetpea, and now I added the crochet, and now it's called Hey Sweetpea Crochet.
You know, I thought that.
Yeah.
I was like, is that crochet new? Because you used to be Hey Sweetpea.
No. Sweetpea Crochet.
Yes, that's what it was.
I still remember when you interviewed me and featured me on your blog.
Yes, that was a long time ago. That's right. On my old infamous website that got hacked by, like I hijacked. Oh, good times, right? That's right. Isty, we've known each other for 4 years on Instagram. We met through Instagram, and I have been dying to get her on this interview forever, but you know, like all fears, she kept pushing me off until one day she's like, all right, I'm done saying no to it, right? I'm so glad that you did. So how did you get started on your creative journey?
Well, it was my end of time of being in college, and then a friend of mine showed me her project with crochet. I think she was making a amigurumi keychain.
Okay.
It was really good, but she joined the parts a bit bad, and the sewing part together is not neat. It's not neat enough for me. And then another friend taught me how to make chains, just chain. And then I got home and tried to learn by myself from YouTube. So I spent the rest of the day learning from the YouTube, downloading this and that video. And you know, the first project that I made was a knitting.
Really?
And on that time, I didn't have any needles, circular needle or knitting needle, so I just used, can you guess?
Chopsticks?
Yes, a bamboo chopstick. And then I give a little tape at the end point, and then I just try to knit it using a basic video from YouTube. I don't remember who was the tutor.
That is so awesome.
It's long.
How many years ago was that, Isty?
It was in the late 2015, I guess.
15 years ago? So, right, because you were just out of school. That is so cool. I've never heard a story like that before. Chopsticks with tape at the point to make the needle end. Now that is creative. I love that. So you started off knitting, even though the project you saw was crochet?
Yeah. I don't know how to start with the crochet, but then I just found another YouTube video, I guess, and I started crocheting.
Right. And then you started knitting. So at what point did you move on to crochet? Because all your beautiful creations back there are all crochet. If you guys, that's an interesting story about you wanting to learn that because your friend wasn't like neat with her edges and you had the desire to make it better, and therefore you were going to learn how to make it better. I love that. When did you, so how did you get to crocheting then? Because you're like a master at amigurumi crochet.
Nah, I'm just a little
you're a master.
There's so much to learn. There's still so much to learn. So I'm just keep practicing and adding new friends, new supportive friends where we can start and learning together.
Right. Oh, so you have crochet friends that you guys get together and make different things together?
The first time I start my Instagram page, I add every crafters in my place, and I get to know them. I send them DMs, and then I ask them, how are you? Who are you? Can we be friends? I'm still new at crocheting, blah, 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 blah. And eventually we got to be friends. Not all of them, only some of them. And if I remember that it's a bit silly, but effective to find a new friends. Because we have to find the friends, the supportive friends who have the same passion as we are. Then eventually I got my Facebook on again, and then we found more friends, got in a group, WhatsApp group, and just online friends though.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so you actually have online friends, but you met and like real, like you've got to meet in person those friends that you've met online. You have, so you actually have some real, like you sit and crochet next to somebody. That's awesome. I don't have many. Most of my friends are online, and then my real friends, I try to get them to crochet, but they're like, one or two here and there are starting to pop up, but not as passionate as I am and the rest of my internet friends. But so do you do is your shop like full time, or do you have another job?
You know what? I'm actually a primary school teacher. Graduation. But I didn't apply to any school teacher yet. And then I just do my crocheting as my full-time job while selling these ones.
Right.
Or actually, I'm selling the finished items and the supplies to make them.
Oh, that's awesome. Where is your shop? Like, do you have a website, or are you on Etsy, or you?
No, not yet. Only through WhatsApp and then Facebook and then Instagram.
Oh, okay. So you do sell through Instagram and Facebook? And WhatsApp is your shop platform. That's cool. I know somebody else who's on WhatsApp. I think it's Rowena from Taiwan. I think her shop is through WhatsApp too, or one of them. She has several shop platforms. I think one of them is WhatsApp, and the other one's Etsy. And I think she also sells on Instagram too. So see, everybody, there's so many options. So many options to sell online. Do you get a lot of sales through Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, up to this time, it's quite enough. But now, with my pregnancies, I'm a little bit slowing down with selling this and taking no more orders.
I was going to say, did you close your orders? So basically now you're just selling what you've made, what's already been made. That's cool. Yeah. Are you going to pick up custom orders later, or you're not sure yet?
It will be a long time.
A long time.
Because when the baby is born, and now I have to take care of the baby, and I have to wait till he got a bigger.
That's true. That's true, because it's a commitment. You know, I don't think people, like, I'm sure people realize when they take a custom order, it takes time to make, you know what I mean? When they see finished products, like all the beautiful stuff you have back there, like to them it's just a product, but the hours that it took you to get in there. Speaking of hours, so what is your big why for pursuing your solopreneur lifestyle? Like, why did you want to sell your handmade stuff?
Because I don't know. How do I explain this? I'm studying in college. It's not my own dreams. It was my parents, like
Yes.
Asian parents,
Mm-hmm.
who forced their kids to go to college. Uh, just like what they want, but the kids, are not really want it. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm just found the crochet, and I feel fall in love, and it's like a passion or something. It is the first thing that I've got been so consistent to doing it for almost 4 years,
Yeah.
because I was learning about cross stitching and then knitting, then drawing, but none of them last this long.
Right. Right. This is where your passion's at, is crochet, right? That's awesome. What is your making process?
What does that mean?
Like, do you use patterns or do you just make all that
Yeah,
stuff? Do you follow patterns? How do you start a project?
yeah, that was my first journey in amigurumi crocheting.
Hmm.
Actually, it was from testing patterns
Oh,
from
okay.
various designers. So
Yeah.
I spent the first 2 years testing many patterns from this and that designers, and this actually all of this
Hmm.
are from pattern testing.
That's awesome. And that's how you learn. That's how you got to learn to make those things. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Yeah. I love,
And,
there's somebody that I spoke with a while back. She was, um, she had a desire to like be her own maker, and and her own pattern designers, or do something for herself or start her own shop, but she felt like, I think, almost like bad or ashamed that all she was doing was testing patterns. And I told her, I said, that is not something to be shameful for, because when you're testing patterns, you are exposing yourself to a whole new world of craft, and you're constantly learning and developing. And basically, when you're testing someone's pattern, you're getting to see what their mistakes are. So you're actually looking at it with an even finer eye, you know what I mean, to doing it, because they're calling upon you to fix the mistakes or catch the mistakes. So if you have to be knowledgeable enough to know what is a mistake, how to fix it, and then how to help them, you know what I mean. And as you do that more and more, I almost feel like that's the best way to learn and to get your craft honed in. Like, that makes so much sense why you know so much and how you're able to make so much, because your range, if you guys check out her Instagram feed, you will see the amazing, amazing creations that Isty does with her two hands. I mean, it's mind blowing. Just the details of, look at that little doll you got back there. That little, you know what I mean? Like, how tiny is she? How,
which one?
the doll back there, the girl, yeah. Is she like the size of your hand? So just your hand. Like, that is ridiculous. The details.
Oh, she lost her shoe.
The details of it. How did you get her hair? How did you make her hair? Is that like crocheted on top of?
It starts from a spiral, and then just making a chains, and then just do single crochet all the way back, one by one.
That is ridiculous. That is sick. So that is the top of the head. The hair is the top of the head. So you make that in spirals, and then you come out and you add. I love the bang part. Like, I love the jagged, because it's not perfect. Did you get that from a pattern?
Yeah, it was pattern testing from Crochet Garage, I think,
Yeah.
or Amelis Lee. It was a bit a long time ago.
A long time ago. Yeah, that's so awesome. So that's how you basically learned, is reading. So you're a master reader at pattern. Like you can read patterns like crazy, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at those. Those are intricate projects. So you must be reading them like nothing.
I used to just using videos, and when I was learning, I play and then I pause, and then I do the step, and then I play again, watch it for a minute, for a second actually, and then I pause it, crochet again, practice again, just like that all day long. And then eventually, I think it takes too long. And after I learned how to read patterns, and it's way more faster.
Mm-hmm. It clicks. You know, you touched on a really great point because here I am bragging about all the stuff that you've done back there, and how you, like because I know patterns and I know how to crochet. I know the involvement that it takes to understand all those, you know what I mean, pattern stitches and everything, and the steps that you have to do and follow. And you're like, so I can guess at the intricacies of it, but you really touched on a great point because people who look at that, they're like, oh, it's so hard. I don't know how to read patterns, and then they just kind of brush it off, and then they don't pursue it. And I'm always like, it's like everything else. You take it one step at a time. You pause the video. You read. You do the hook. You stitch, and then you, like the hours that it takes, like the hours that it took you to learn the first time. And then it's always going to be clunky in the beginning. You know, it's like a baby learning to walk. The step is always clunky. And then before you know it, you know what I mean? You're running marathons, you know, because you're not even thinking about the walking. But that's just like reading patterns and like crocheting. It's hard in the beginning, and you just keep going one step at a time for hours and hours at a time. And then all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and goes, it makes sense. Then the next time you do it, it's quicker. And the next time you do it, it's quicker. And before you know it, you can watch TV and do it and not even think about what you're doing. You know,
Yeah.
that is great. Do you have any tips for newbie makers?
Mm, just make what you want to make, then find a perfect tutorial about it. A video, a video will be a perfect teacher
Mm-hmm.
to start if you don't have any friends or anyone to teach you directly. Just download and search the video, and
Mm-hmm.
then keep learning, keep practicing, and you will be great at it.
Yes, that's amazing. Yes, we are in 2019. The year is 2019, where everybody has a computer, everybody has a cell phone, everybody has the internet, everybody has access to information out the wazoo. You know, the number one search is Google, right? Because everybody Googles, asks questions. The number one search is Google. The number two, which is very close behind it, and I dare say maybe on its way to surpassing it, is YouTube, owned by the same company, YouTube. You know what I mean? Where they show, instead of typing questions, you actually see videos that support it. And there is nothing that nobody can learn anymore. Like if there is a skill that you want to take on, if there is a skill that you have in your heart to pursue, there is a video out there, and it's free. There are, you know what I mean, information out there that you can learn, and it's free. You don't have to spend a penny on either one except for your internet service, you know, which
Mhm.
you're already doing. So, and you can learn any skill. So when somebody, like, I have to remind myself of that, because I'll say, you know, like, I don't know something, and then I kind of like just stop, but then I have to remember, I'm like, no, I don't know it now, but I'll find a way to find out because I have the tools to use. You know what I mean? There is Google and there's YouTube. So there's no excuse for me to not know something, you know? So that's a great tip. Do you have any habits and rituals that you do daily?
I don't know. I'm just crocheting at my best. I'm crocheting with, while watching my favorite series, my favorite movies, just
Mm-hmm.
anything, and providing me with much snacks
Yeah.
just to keep to keep me alive and not to fall asleep. And that's what I'm doing when my husband goes to work now.
Right.
Uh, just like
You
that.
just, you just set up. So right now, what are you working on? Are you always working on something?
What? Wait. Hold
Are
on a
you,
second.
okay.
There was an incoming call coming in hand. The sound is. Can you repeat your question?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have a current project going on right now? Like, are you working on anything?
Yeah, actually, there is still one more orders left. It's a quiet big giraffe from a boyfriend to her girlfriend, and I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't resist it. I I've been uh make a decision that I will stop taking orders and I will start making project for my baby. But
Mm-hmm.
still, I can't resist the order, so I accepted. And I'm working very slow at it. I used
Well,
to finish in one day, in one sitting, while watching new episode of my favorite series. But now it's too hard to pick up the hooks and the yarns, and it's still head, body, and ears and horns, and still need the two legs and the two hands. I don't know
right,
when I will
right.
finish it.
That's because your baby is already fighting for your attention. You know what I mean? That's because your baby's still fighting for your attention. So what you used to be able to do by yourself really quick, I'm sure your baby's like, no, you need to rest.
Yeah, but I actually have made a blanket for him. That one.
Nice, nice. Oh, that's so exciting. When are you due?
It's June.
June? Oh, we're in May, so you are at the very end, aren't you? That is
Mhm.
so awesome. Well, I really look forward to seeing your precious coming out. How do you invest in yourself?
Um, yeah, just like this, I'm keeping all the amigurumis I have made. I haven't had the time to sell them, and I'm investing my money, I guess, and from the others
Hmm.
to buy these yarns and try to resell them, so I
Hmm.
will get more money to invest.
Right.
And I think, oh, I have been making my PayPal last month, so I'm taking orders from abroad. There is a woman from Australia, and she orders the yarns. It's
Hmm.
almost kilograms, I guess, and
Hmm.
it's still in the way to be arrived there.
That's awesome. You're so smart. Such a smart entrepreneur spirit that you have, because you know, if you can't, for the makers out there that are making, it's tough to sell just physically, like make, because you can only make so much with so much
Mhm.
time that you're given. And then you need to figure out ways to supplement, you know what I mean, your income one way or another. Like, I have a day job, so I do this as a side. And at the same time, I'm learning to be a pattern maker, so I could write patterns, so that, you know what I mean, that I could sell patterns or give them for free to expose, you know what I mean, give recognition for my shop. So I'm always trying to figure out ways to expand. And I love the way you chose to sell yarns, because you know many makers, and the one thing they need is yarn. So I think that's great, Isty. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I had such a blast. And you guys, like, this is such a treat. You go check out her Instagram page. All of Isty's links will be in the show description below. And go say hi to her and tell her you guys loved this interview, so that she could realize, like, that she should have said yes to me 4 years ago when I asked her. Although 4 years ago, was I doing creative interviews? Maybe not. I think I was too afraid to be on camera myself 4 years ago. It
Yeah,
took
me
me a
too.
long time. It took me a long time. All right, guys. Subscribe, like, and share this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, Isty. God bless. Bye.
Bye-bye, and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. We're filming on my birthday today. This won't be released for months now, but we're filming on my birthday. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.